Patriots 1-2 on the season. 49ers struggling just a little bit, also 1-2 on the season. So I had to take care of home field, and that they did. Spoiler alert.
Now Purdy dropping back, looking to throw. He's got a lot of time. Fires down the middle, wide open Ayuk. Crossing to the far side across the 50, 45, 40. And shoved out of bounds by Gonzalez. What a mismatch that was with Jelani Tavai, the linebacker, in the middle of the field trying to hang with Brandon Ayuk.
That's all you need to hear. Tavai trying to hang with Brandon Ayuk.
And it's not like Ayuk's setting the world on fire either.
No, he's not, but he was also so wide open, it really didn't matter. I mean, the coverage was blown, the scheme was off. That was not necessarily a taste of things to come, but it also showed that there are many issues going on, not just offensively, and we'll get to all the injuries and the latest mishaps for the Patriots on that front, but defensively they're still trying to find a rhythm, and there's some blown assignments, and I think there's some miscommunication back there too, and that was a good example of it. The 49ers were driving. They settled for a field goal. The Patriots got the ball back, and
handoff to Rhamondre, runs through an tackle, and he lost the ball. A fumble for the fourth straight game by Rhamondre Stevenson.
I'm not playing two pieces of sound at once. I just want you to know this is so...
Handoff to Rhamondre, runs through an tackle, and he lost the ball. A fumble for the fourth straight game by Rhamondre Stevenson. He was brushed by a defender.
Ball came out. They got it.
Okuwanu. And San Francisco signals that it hasn't, and the Niners celebrate with reason because they do.
What would the former head coach do?
Yeah, Belichick would have bunched him 2 games ago.
Yeah, 2 fumbles ago, he would have sat him.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. That's inexcusable for a running back. For a running back that can secure the ball that easily, to get it punched out like that, that's inexcusable.
Greg Olson had a good point. I mean, this team on offense has Rhamondre Stevenson and nothing else. And I think Drake Maye understands that, which is why he keeps putting him back out there. But, if Bill Belichick's the head coach, he doesn't care. Rhamondre would be down for at least a game, maybe 2, maybe longer. We saw it happen in his rookie season.
I mean, really, at running back, like seriously, at running back, when you're not, unless it's like a guy that can do everything, like catch the ball in the backfield and do all this stuff, what the hell is really the difference in the outcome of the game if you don't have Rhamondre Stevenson in the game?
On this team, it matters.
I don't know.
This team, it matters.
I don't know. If Rhamondre, do you think Rhamondre Stevenson's an all-special running back?
On this team, with this offense, as deficient as they are, he is the one guy that can give you 2nd and 6 instead of 2nd and 9 or 10.
You don't think they could put another running back in there and have the same success?
I think the reason Antonio Gibson's a 3rd down back is that he can't take the pounding. He can't carry the ball 15 times.
Then sign some street free agent, honestly. I don't really think that unless you're Christian, unless you're Christian McCaffrey, or maybe Kamara, I can't even think of anyone that it would even matter.
Here's how I look at Rhamondre Stevenson. He is the reason why you have 1 win this season, but he is not the reason why you lost yesterday or the week before. I mean, he's not responsible for that loss, not solely. He was part of it. He is 100% responsible for that win, and I'll give some credit to the defense week 1 against the Bengals.
Yeah, but if you have a team and someone fumbles 4 games in a row, almost for the culture of the team, you have to sit them. That's inexcusable. I mean, again, it's a running back. It's not a receiver jumping up in the air, securing the ball and getting leveled and, it coming out and getting knocked out.
It's a team with so many problems and so little look forward to talent-wise on the offense. I think it would probably do the same thing to the team if you sat the one guy who gives you a chance to win offensively. And he's the guy. He's not much of a guy, but he would be the answer to that question.
If you did war for running backs, like wins over replacement, let's just say that stat existed in the NFL. As a running back, what do you think? How much better than an average NFL running back is Rhamondre Stevenson?
Slightly better, but not much.
Yeah, so that's my point. It's just like
overall,
I don't think it.
We're not disagreeing with you, Fred. You're absolutely right. But on this team, because they have nothing, this is the one guy you can point at and go, okay, today maybe that guy can make a difference.
All right.
There's nobody else.
But I don't think he can. All right, so here's the deal.
Well, Hardy's right.
He did in week one.
Yeah, but
week one he did.
I mean, yeah, okay. So, all right, he had a running back had a good game, but it wasn't like he was busting stuff open. So
Yeah, he was. In week one, he
what was his
breaking-
longest run? I'll have to look.
I'll get it. Talk amongst yourselves.
I mean, he ran for 43 yards, averaged 3.3 yards a carry.
Rhamondre, 120 yards in week one. His longest carry was 17 yards.
I mean, okay,
But he's getting
how
hit.
many times did he carry the ball?
25 for 120.
I mean, come on,
Averaged almost 5 yards a carry.
But he's getting hit behind the line on a
Fred.
lot of those plays. I mean,
all I'm saying is that he did. Forget it. This is even actually not even important. I'm just saying that I think you guys are way overvaluing. Rhamondre
No, we're
Stevenson.
not. On this team, he is the only offensive player of value.
Okay,
In a normal world, on any other team, you fumble the ball back-to-back weeks, you get sat. But because this team is so desperate from production from anyone, they keep running him out there.
Okay, but he hasn't been productive outside of week one. But I will also tell you this: and then we should probably stop this because it's probably just us bickering. But you just said he's not much better than an average running back. So go get an average running back. You know what I'm saying? Just go get an average running back. I'm telling you, I don't. I didn't understand why they gave him money in the first place. I don't understand why Rhamondre Stevenson was the guy that they decided to extend.
Specifically for this reason. They understand that they need someone someone with any kind of offensive ability to help this out, to help Jacoby Brissett not get sacked.
If you run for 43 yards and fumble, it's a bad game.
Yes,
Well,
it's a bad team.
especially on the first play from scrimmage after the San Francisco.
He's a fan
goes
of
up.
that, isn't he?
The first spot in the first play.
Like he's like fumbling early.
Yeah.
All right, let me. Okay.
Well, you don't waste a bunch of time and get your offensive line tired out there. If you're going to cough up the rock, do it on the first play from scrimmage on a new series. Good.
Exactly.
Smart.
All right. Yeah. All right. So just real quick, and then we'll end it, and then I can get off of it. Good game against Cincinnati, who has a terrible run defense. He ran for 21 times for 81 yards against Seattle.
Mm-hmm. Undefeated team.
Yeah, 4 yards a carry. It's good.
He ran for 6 times for 23 yards against the Jets and 13 times for 43 yards against.
Different game plans.
Yeah.
Well, they were down quite a bit in both those games, so I imagine they weren't running as much.
More of a spread formation, Fred.
Yeah.
Gibson, third down back. You're passing a lot.
Anyway, forget it.
All right. You know what? You're right, Fred. Let's go to the air instead.
Brissett leans forward, stomps the right foot, takes the snap, stands in, hit as he throws across the middle, intercepted by a leaping Warner from the midfield stripe.
Let's not get past Thanksgiving and Halloween, Scott. What is he, $1 million?
This is so good.
He saw it.
Christmas.
He saw it coming. That's the best.
Yeah, Scott knows what's
Stands
going on. I mean, he sees the field.
But that's the best. You can tell he's played the game. He's doing the right job because before Brissett was intercepted, he saw it being intercepted.
For all of Scott's quirks and flaws,
My God.
if he is sitting above a football game, the man can see what's happening as good as anyone as anyone in the business.
The right foot takes the snap, stands in, hit as he throws across the middle, intercepted by a leaping Warner from the midfield stripe to the 40 right, 35 30, 25 20, 15 10. He's going to carry to the 5, shoved by Gibson to the pylon. It's a touchdown, a pick 6 for Fred Warner.
This is where the drums start beating.
Yeah. Anyone else think that they should have a veteran backup? Yeah. I mean, Brissett's bet. Now, if Brissett was sitting in this room with me, I'd say, I get it. You're getting killed. Like, I get it. But Brissett's was I guess, a little below average NFL quarterback, and now he is a bad NFL quarterback. And I think a lot of that is because he doesn't have an offensive line, the worst offensive line in the league, the worst receiver core in the league. He has that. But he's playing poorly. And it would be nice if Maye wasn't the guy that had to come in. But there you go.
Okay,
I digress.
you saw the reports before the game, correct? I mean, Brissett is getting beaten up, but according to Ian Rappaport, May's not ready. The Patriots don't think May's ready yet. That's the thing.
Yes.
So Brissett, as bad as he is, they're going to keep running him out there. Short of getting an injury that will keep him off the field, he's not leaving.
And don't you think that, I mean, wouldn't it have been nice if they had, not particularly him, but like Andy Dalton, like someone to come in and just be a body to replace Brissett if he really starts struggling like this?
It's starting to become, I think, a little more clear to me, though, that their plan is to just ride this thing out for 6-7 weeks. And at that point, they're like, okay, we got past the halfway point or almost the halfway point of the season. We thought Drake was going to play at some point. All right, we're out of half of these woods in terms of what could happen to him back there. We're not going to screw him up that bad in a handful of games, so they're not even going to bother with the veteran.
Do you know that, because I saw the end of the Patriots Denver game, or the Jets Denver game.
Oh, you missed a
boy, oh boy. I can't wait till we run that down in the 8 o'clock hour, man. Be awesome.
The finish?
I only saw the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know that the Knicks played 66 college games or something like that. Like, I think he did play over 60 college games.
Yeah, 5-6 years in college will do that for
How
you.
many did May play? 20?
I don't even know if it's that much.
Yeah, so come on. I mean, Nick sucks. So everyone is in such a rush. He's 21.
I'm not in a rush, but
not you.
Yeah, I also don't think they're going to do much. They figure, we'll just get by as long as Brissett doesn't get hurt. Just get him in.
Oh, no. I think that the thing is, you don't want to lose the locker room.
Yeah, get him. I don't know. Because if it doesn't work on the ground and it doesn't work through the air, all right, let's go back to the ground. And let's couple that with a really good coaching decision.
Booty in motion, sets up behind the two tight ends left. To give to Stevenson, hit in the backfield, spins forward, he stopped. He was hit on the penetration.
No chance.
As the Patriots congested everyone on the line of scrimmage. San Francisco still beat the ball carrier and the Pats the point of attack.
And give up the ball on a 4th and 1.
They went for it on that 4th and 1. They didn't go for it on 4th and 3 before that.
You're missing out. They went for it on 4th and 1 after faking a snap and blowing a timeout. You have a whole timeout to determine what play you're going to run, and you run the running back into the middle of the line with a backup center in front of him. I mean, David Andrews is out by then.
Oh, yeah. David Andrews
You got
out
Nick Leverett out there. Leverett is best known for being trucked into the backfield during the exhibition season and bouncing off a running back and tackling himself for no gain.
Yeah, the offensive line.
You were bad to start with. You lose your best offensive lineman to a shoulder injury in the first half. He does not return. Your rookie tackle, Caden Wallace, has to be helped off the field. He does not return. You have a street free agent playing left tackle. So what do you want to do? Okay, let's run the guy who fumbled into the center of the line behind a backup center that isn't very good. On 4th and 1 after you blew a timeout for no reason.
I'm a little, because you got to figure Andrews retires after this season.
He almost did after last season.
Yeah, I know. And so I'm not convinced that in one offseason you can make this a even average offensive line. Like, I don't know if you can go into free agency because, as you guys know, there's not, like, unless you want to get, like, a Tyron Smith, who, by the way, was not great yesterday. If you want to get, like, some, future Hall of Famer that's 37, then I guess you could do that if you're the Patriots. But if you think you're just going to go out there and, like, fill up your offensive line in free agency, and by the way, you can draft.
You're going to have to use your 3rd overall pick again to pick one offensive lineman and hope that he works, and then go to free agency and try and get more.
And by the way, if it's a left tackle, it's not like right away that most likely like right away the kid's going to be like unbelievable. But yeah, you're going to have
very rare.
Yeah, you're going to have to draft. I mean, this offensive line's. Let's put it this way: this offensive line's not going to be good next year either. Go ahead.
The kid from LSU is Will Campbell is apparently the next franchise left tackle, and that's a guy who will probably be there for you to select in the first round, but. Let's say Cole Strange comes back and is just decent.
Right.
Just decent. That helps. This guy's City, so who knows if he's any good? You got a rookie right tackle now, Layden Robinson, who's supposedly okay. I'm not focusing on the right guard. And you have Mike Onwenu at right tackle, who we can all agree is, at least an average NFL offensive lineman. There is a path here to making the offensive line decent next season if everything works out in your favor. But no, I'm not saying yes, it is optimistic. What I'm saying is it's possible but not probable, and that's if the left tackle you draft is plug and play and he's awesome right at the start.
I just don't know how they let it get like this. I don't know why Elliott Wolf, this is the one thing. I understand that you don't want to go crazy in free agency when you're rebuilding, but you got to have a NFL caliber offensive line. Because
they are so far from that.
No,
now.
I mean,
bad.
They have two positional groups that are the worst in the NFL. They have the worst receivers in the NFL, and they have the worst offensive line in the NFL. And I don't know if it's close.
All right, let's get back to the Patriots. My favorite sequence of the game had to have been when San Francisco scored 3 touchdowns, but only one of them counted.
Shotgun snap to Purdy, retreats. He's pressured. He throws toward the end zone. He's looking for the tight end. He leaps and he brings it down. A touchdown in the back corner of the end zone. What a play by George Kittle.
What a throw.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
What a throw by Purdy. This ball left his hand before Kittle was out of the break. Anticipation because he felt the pressure, and there's 3 Patriots, and Kittle high points it over all of them.
It was impressive.
That's after 2, like you were saying, that's after 2 touchdowns on the same
Did
drive
you
got
see-
called back.
Yeah.
You've obviously seen who was on Kittle during that. That Kittle is how tall? Like 6'5"?
Yeah, you had 3 Smurfs chasing him, right?
And he had, like, no one, everyone was under 5'10". That was back in coverage. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that wasn't the world's most difficult play.
So that made it 20-0. Now the Patriots did make it interesting, mostly because of a Joey Sly's 63-yarder to go into the half to make it 20-10. But this
he made one 13 yards longer than Zerline could.
The team record, Fred, 63 yards.
a team record.
I will tell you this. I mean, remember when 60 was unheard of? Like, you just even try?
Yeah, you wouldn't even attempt it.
I actually looked this up, and the Patriots actually do a good job of
Yes,
writing
I
this
saw that,
down.
yeah.
Tom Dempsey had the record since 1970. He had the record for 28 years for the longest field goal at 63 yards.
What was strange about Tom, or unique? I shouldn't say strange. What was unique about Tom Dempsey?
He was missing 4 toes on his kicking foot.
And he would just soccer
the
style.
shoe. Well, no, he did it straight on. The shoe was flat at the front.
Yes.
Which I don't think you're allowed to use anymore.
I think that's right. I don't.
Oh
think you
boy,
are.
that would be. So if I'm missing 4 toes, they're just like, go screw, you can't kick in the NFL.
No, you
you-
can. You just can't use the flat-toed shoe. You have to use the round shoe.
Well, that's not fair because I don't have any toes. It would bend.
Life's unfair. Grow some toes. Get some prosthetic toes. Can't have a block foot shoe.
Hardy at 98.5 The Sports Zone.
So all of these extra field goals, like 64, 65, 66, all within the last 15 years.
Well,
all of these longer ones have come within the last decade and a half.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen is that obviously like once a barrier's broken, 3-minute mile, those things, like then all of a sudden, like when it can be done, people do it. It's we're not far from a 70-yard field goal. That's not breaking news. I mean, if Justin Tucker, who's no good anymore, hit a 66-yarder, 4 yards from there is not going to be.
He's got the record, Tucker.
Yes,
66.
But the deal is that they're going to end up having to do something to the field goal post.
Right.
They're going to have to narrow them because you can't have people kicking 70-yard field goals. It's boring. You want more people going for it and things of that nature.
Joey Sly after the game.
They know my line, plus or minus a couple yards. Obviously, I've shown them that I have an ability to hit that distance.
Up. Big. What's wrong with you? You're so cocky. Come on, kid.
With all your toes.
So at the end of the day, I'm just kind of looking on the sideline, seeing if Mayo's going to give the field goal signal.
Why do you wait till the end of the day to do that? Why don't you do it while it's happening?
Fred, it's just an expression.
The offense on the field, whatever it might be. So at that time, we're trying to get points on the board, go into the half with some momentum or a little bit of energy. And obviously, I was glad to provide that other opportunity I was presented with.
Yeah, good job. You got him right back in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, an actual real football team, only down 10 at the half, yes, you would be right back in it. But this team can't play from behind.
They were down 20-3 at the half.
Yeah, they weren't within 10.
I thought that was
No. The game was pretty much over by then.
That's right.
It was 20-3.
Okay, that's right.
They weren't coming back from 20 to 3.
That's right.
As we've said many times before, if this team is down more than one score, the game is over.
By the way, did you think that catch towards the end of the game that Polk made was a catch?
I did. In real time, I did.
But I still don't understand why it wasn't a catch.
According to Pereira,
I know what Pereira says, but
Yeah.
he's wrong all the time.
Okay, but that's-
Pereira said he was juggling the ball. That's nonsense.
No,
and then
that
he
was
said that
nonsense.
he said that his foot didn't come down.
His right foot came down on top of a
another
defender.
foot, which means it didn't come down in the field
So
of
you're
play.
not down.
That is
why.
the dumbest rule. If my foot hits something connected to the ground,
No.
how is that not a catch?
If you're a running back and your elbow is down, but it's down on someone's back, you're not down.
I guess that's a good point.
There you go, Hardy.
You like
Couldn't
that?
explain it better myself.
Dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what shows? Look, I've been put in my place. I think that shows my strength is that I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong.
As rare as it is, yes. I mean, when's the last time it happened?
Admitted that I was wrong.
No, that you were wrong. It's a rare it's a rare thing that
Dude,
you would actually be incorrect.
Nah, you'd be surprised. I mean, I know I'm super smart, but sometimes I'm wrong. Because I'm always, trying new stuff.
Right.
All right.
All right. How about the locker room message? You were talking about the room earlier. You're gonna lose the room, Mayo?
What I told the guys, look, it is a long season. It is a long season, and we're wrapping up the first quarter of the season. I don't think any of us are happy where we are. I think when we go back and watch the film, though, it'll be easy to identify so we can put ourselves in a better position to win football games.
How about this?
That's not the right message. It's not the right message at all.
How about this? They got to beat Miami.
It's not. We just got stomped the last 2 weeks,
you
but
just
we
said
got
it.
a lot more of these coming. So.
You got a
You gotta beat
struggling
Miami.
Miami team. You got to beat them.
You got to beat Miami. You got Miami at home. You got to beat Miami.
We'll see. Miami plays tonight. You get a good look at them. And who's their quarterback?
I don't even know.
Snoop. Snoop is
No,
their quarterback.
I don't think it's Snoop.
It's not Snoop.
No,
It's Tim Boyle. It's either Snoop or Boyle.
what's Snoop's last name?
Huntley.
I think it is Huntley.
Yeah.
I was unaware he was because you're going to lose to the Texans, but you could beat the Jaguars.
Yes, that's in London, so you could beat the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Or is it? It's in London, right? Yes.
Yes, that's in London. The Jaguars play all their games.
That's right. Just guess London. You're probably right.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a home game for the Patriots.
This is a 4 or 3 win team. That's what we thought at the beginning of the season, and that's what it is now.
Well, don't discount the Jets game on the 27th that I'll be attending because Lord knows what they'll do.
The Jets are going to crush them. You are so fatalistic when it comes to Jets Patriots because you've been beaten into submission
They
by
lost.
years of Tom Brady. I'm telling you.
They held Bo Nix to 60 yards passing and lost the game.
I understand that, but the Patriots are not as good as Denver.
Okay, it's not like Denver's,
That's my point.
the 77 Steelers.
I know.
If you like that clip, and how could you not? Check out more videos from Toucher and Hardy here. Point slightly up and to the left. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. Point slightly down and to the left. And for the latest from the Sports Hub, download at 985thesportshub.com.